struggling with Propfirms? Let's go. In today's video guys, I'm going to be showing that passing Propfirms is not hard as everyone makes it sound to be. I mean, they say it's about out of 10,000 people, only 7 ever get a payout. Now, I want to quickly go over my mentorship that I'm showing. Now, this is obviously a small 10k account. I was just testing something, refining my strategy, passing, phase 1 in 1 day. This is of a small 10k account, and this is today Monday. Passing phase 1 in 1 day, obviously got all the losses and the wins in here. Now Friday, that was just gone, before the weekend, this is a 100k phase 2 passed in 1 day. So I'm on a bit of a streak here, 2-day streak of trading days of passing these accounts, all in different accounts in 1 day. Now obviously putting a bit of pressure on myself in front of the community and the mentorship students. Now okay, someone might say, well, first of all, let me just show you guys. As you can see the dates here, this is with Alpha Capital Group. I'll bring up this is just in case anyone has any doubts. Let me just do something, because I've got the top of the screen cropped off. So this will show the ACG markets live demo, whatever they normally call it. But yeah, 805, and if I pull out the history, just one moment, let's just scroll this up. Okay, so few losses, few wins. Now I know some genius is going to mention in the comment, oh yeah, but you said you got a 70% win rate or a 65% win rate. Well, like I mentioned, I'm testing something out with the strategy. It was to do with risk management. Now here, some of these trades, some of these are re-entries. Now not too close, as you can see there's a bit of a time difference, but I would like to add, obviously I'm aiming for like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3. This one here is a 1 to 4. I use a bit of a buffer, 0.5% risk in the beginning, and then of course I just like to risk my profits later on. Now if if someone says, oh well, you got a lot of losses, well, regardless of losses or how many wins I've got, guys, you have to take into factor this, that I've not just gambled. I'm not taking a 2 or 3% risk or 4% risk and aiming gamble for a 1 to 2, hoping that'll go in my direction. Even though I'm testing something in my strategy, even though I'm taking a few losses, my psychology is in place. I know when to enter, when to exit, and eventually I wasn't even aiming to pass this. I was actually testing something until eventually I went to a 1 to not a 1, I was gonna say 1 to 6, and eventually I was up 6%, and I was like, wait a minute, let's just try passing this then. And that's exactly what happened. I was testing here, we can see these losses here. I was about 3% down, and then I got another 1 to 3, and then I was about 3% down, because I just kept consistently just testing, refining how to manage your stop losses, the way to reduce lose less and win more. So eventually the other 3 trades just ended up being winners. But yeah, that's being that. Let me just put this back to normal and go back to the charts. Now the break and retest is what gives me this ability to I wouldn't even say ability, guys, it's having a strong edge, and I like, again, I will show my back testing. If you've already been watching my channel, guys, I didn't just wake up one day and decide to trade the break and retest and it started working for me. No, over 500 trades of data, all these, that blue line to blue line is 1 week. I've got all the data, guys, my wins, my losses. That's why I say it's around 65 to 72% win rate with GJ, with a 1 to 4 risk to reward. And if I hold my positions, they can go to 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9s. They can just keep going. And then I like to, what I did was got my winners, put them next to each other in a row. I want to know exactly if how many wins in a row. Of course, live trades are going to be different to this. This is back tested data, right? Live trades is going to be different, but still the edge is the edge is strong. I have the data, and it's in my favor. Now coming to Euro USD, my strategy also works with this. By the way, guys, if you want to join the mentorship 1-to-1, I show everything, my strategy, full breakdown. You come and join. This is obviously where this the free community is, and this is obviously where I've named the groups the elites, and we've got students. And if you're watching me in my previous videos, some of the students are doing really well. They catch up with the strategy within a few days. Even some takes a little bit longer. Everyone's got their own pace of learning. Everyone's different, so that's totally understandable, but a very simple strategy. Now let's get back to this simple break and retest. This is not the break and retest I obviously show in my mentorship. I show a 3-step process how to draw these key levels, entry methods, exit methods, everything, but it's much better than this. This is what normally everyone shows guys on the internet, these fake forex gurus, and they want like try to scam out of traders or people that just looking to make some quick money, or just still have that obsession to learning how to trade and become financially free, and then obviously they capitalize on that, and then they just take money off them, and then this is what they show them. So this is why I'm showing this for free to everyone. This is not what I show in my mentorship. It is the break and retest as well where I show my mentorship, but the the more refined and the better version. Now again, if you don't want to join guys, that's totally cool, but just even if you just want to it's a cool community, just want to come and say hi, that's totally fine too. That you're more than welcome. Okay, coming back to the main point. Now here, drawn my key levels, and now we're going to look at entries guys. Now obviously looking at major rejections here, I've already marked those out, and if you look at these ones, let's just start with the juicy ones, right? And with the Propfirms guys, and I'm going to show a risk management plan that I normally implement as well, which helps me to pass challenges very easily as well. If I just show you guys, just one moment. So let's delete this one, and what I'll do is just one moment. So obviously I've always been going over entries and exits, but a strong risk management plan is equally, or if not more important. So what I'll do is actually what I'll do is I'll mark this further down here. Now it doesn't matter guys if your strategy is poor or however it is. Even if you implement this guys, trust me, it will take your strategy a long way. Now let's color this green, let's color this orange, as I like to mark my losses. Now if you've already seen this before, I hope you're applying this to your strategy. And if you're not, if you've seen this for the first time, just try this out guys, just try this out. Okay, so what I like to do is my first ever trade, I like to use 0.5%, 0.5% of the trade. After I've done that, win all, of course with GJ it's a 1 to 4 risk to reward, sometimes 1 to 5, 1 to 6, depending on momentum and volume in the markets. If I win the trade with a 1 to 4, I'm 2% up, right? 2% up. So I'll put a number 2 here just to make it more visual. Number 2, okay, 2% up. But if I lose the trade guys, I'm 0.5% down, right? If I'm going to continue risking 0.5% until I'm back in profit, I've got 20 lifelines now, 20% drawdown rather than the original 10%. If I'm 2% in profit, right, then I'm going to risk my next 2 trades 1% each. I'm not going to risk my full 2%. My next 2 trades 1% each. If I win, I'm 5% up, sorry, 6% up. 1 to 4 plus the 2%, I'm 6% up. I've only got 1 to 2 now, so it doesn't matter because I'm aiming for a 1 to 4. It doesn't matter if I lose my next 2 trades. Even on my 4th trade, I can still pass the phase 1. Does that make sense? If I'm if I lose my first trade, and basically I'm just putting my profits on the line. If I lose my first trade and then my next second trade, if I win that one 1 to 4, now I'm 5% in profit. Now I only need a 1 to 3. Apply this method guys and watch how it works. Now coming back to here, okay, let me just remove this line. Now risk management guys is very underrated. Well, I wouldn't even say underrated. I think a lot of people, they do say they understand the value of it and they do like to try to implement it, but I mean, how many actually do, right? How many times do we over risk, over scale, just go on tilt mode, and we just totally get frustrated, angry, we even like fearful. But eventually if you stick to this long enough guys, eventually there's light at the end of the tunnel. Eventually when you keep knocking on enough doors, you'll eventually knock on the right one. Now if I go to a smaller time frame, as we can clearly see, there was a breakout here. Now just to clarify guys, this is not the strategy I teach, this is not the break and retest I teach in my mentorship. I just want to make that very clear. I get the breakout here, price comes down, and if you can see here, this was the breakout, right? Now this candlestick pattern here, the engulfing, I mean you can even call this one here, right? Engulfing one there, bigger than the bearish candle. And then all together, if I just draw it like this, look at this guys, morning star, not the cleanest, but it is a morning star. There's 2 patterns there. But the reason why I don't like trading like this, if If I just zoom this, that's not a wick by the way, guys. If I just show you, don't any confusion. Look at that. It looked like there's a wick at the bottom here, but there's no wick. There was no wick. You know, look at it. The entry would be from down here, right? But the reason I don't like trading like this, I've back tested this, guys. It's only looking good here, right? But over the 500 trades and all that, I know what the win rate of this strategy is. It's not good enough. Especially the risk to rewards look alright, but still overall, trust me, the amount of fake outs, you know, and plus the time frames, right? Do you know what's hard about trading? And I want to quickly go over this, and I mentioned this in another video as well. We first come to trading, right? Or we're going to get rich overnight. We come to trading and we think, okay, what strategy am I going to use? And then it's like, what trading instrument am I going to use? Of course, I've got all GJs here, back testing all different, you know, all these different GJ charts, even label them differently. Euro USD, been back testing that, gold. The strategy, my strategy that I refined, you're never going to see on the internet, guys. You've never seen it before, that I promise. None of my students have ever seen it before that have come in the mentorship. You know, the break and retest, the way I've refined it. I mean, altogether I've been trading about 8 years on and off, but then, you know, very seriously for the last 4.5 years. GJ, gold and Euro USD, it works the best on. Oil, I've been back testing on. Oil looking quite promising as well, so I might add that to the equation as well. But coming back to the point, if I just show you just one moment. Now look at this, guys. You know, okay, as I was saying, you know, we decide, okay, you know, first what strategy, then, you know, what currency pairs are we going to use? After the currency pairs, it's like, now what time frames am I going to use? All these different time frames here. One is going to be for this, and one is going to be for entries, and one is going to be for that. What a bloody headache. But I think you need a mentor in life, you know, at every stage in, you know, life, as parents, in school, as teachers, even when you go for a driving lesson, right? You have a driving instructor, you have a mentor. You know, we are not, you know, we don't either, you know, so we don't never give a second thought. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a mentor. That's, you know, but like, you know, this is not my version of selling the mentorship, guys. If you don't want to join, if you even have a second of a doubt, do not join. And those who are looking to fast track, you know, shred off some years from their learning curve, you know where I'm. The link is in the video description. Just come and say hi, or just DM me personally one-to-one. Okay, so we get another break here. Price comes down. Now this pattern here, this candlestick here, is a strong bullish signal here. I'll just show you. So one is this one, right? And there's another one here. Huge engulfing candle. Now the previous candle is not bearish, it's bullish, but it'll do the job. Price comes back down, and then market just flies high, and that it just gives you a nice, you know, how much is this? A 127. Now someone's gonna say, you know, be a bit of a smart ass and say, oh yeah, he's only marked 2 losses and the rest the all winners. Well, first of all, I can only see 2 losses. The way how normally the basic break and retest is, if there's more losses, do you know what we'll do? Just to give the market the benefit of the doubt and the haters, what I'm going to do, guys, is minus 10% drawdown. We give them, you know, let's color this white. Okay, so let's just say 10% losses, 10 losses, 12 losses all in total. But does it really matter? You know, 7 here, 1 to 7, 1 to 7 here, 1 to 3, this goes on here, another 1 to 7. Does it really matter? It all comes down to you know, key levels as well, guys. Your zones, how good your zones are, your support resistance levels. Your entries are only as good as your zones. If you've got poor zones, you got poor entries. As simple as that, guys. Look at this one here. This one looking good as well. You can see this one. I've got a break. Price comes up. I've got a first rejection here. This would be the best of entries, and then price comes back down. Oh yeah, this would be better. And then, but this one only gives a 1 to 3. Which is not bad depending on your win rate, but still, you know, I'm sure with GJ, the way GJ moves, and I've been looking at this pair for, it's my first ever currency pair that I traded as well, and I've just stuck to it ever since. Trade a currency pair, guys, that matches your personality as well. If you're someone who gets scared very easily when the numbers are going up and down and you're trading gold, it's not going to work, is it? It's not going to work at all. So pick a currency pair like volatility wise. GJ, I love the volatility, excuse me, that comes with it. So, you know, I can just either break out here, price comes up, this is a equal high pattern or tweezer pattern. I call it equal lows here, equal highs. Equal lows here, meaning a bullish pattern. But you know, one moment, look at this. You have to just pop down to a smaller time frame, and what does it show? Now this is the thing about this 1 minute time frame, which I don't like. I know there are some scalpers, there are some people that trade the 1 minute time frame. That's totally fine. Normally I've heard even the 1 to minute time frame has a bigger edge. I mean, a lot of the guys at the SMB Capital, I think, you know, trade the 1 minute time frame. Me personally, I don't. It's whatever works for you at the end of the day, right? Look at this though, how clean. This is a morning star here. I'll just draw it like this. Nice clean morning star. Now what have you picked up? Some of the guys that I've just seen right now with you. I've just seen this with you. Look how accurate my key level is. None of the candles, the bodies of the candles, ever close below the key level. The wicks come down, but the wicks are rejections anyway. That's totally fine. That's cool. But look at this. None of the bodies ever. This is how accurate my key level was drawn. Price respected it perfectly. And of course, this I showed this in my mentorship as well, you know. And why do I keep speaking about my mentorship? It's not even about the mentorship, guys. It's about my community, Simplified Trading. I'm just trying to build a serious community and just trying to, you know, spread my message that trading is actually simple at its core. We just complicate ourselves, you know, and that's the truth, you know. It's so much information on the internet. There's like, you know, analysis paralysis. That's what we get, and then we get confusion and doubt. We doubt ourselves, you know, and then we get all the information, and then we think, okay, this is right, this is wrong, and then it just it's crazy. It's crazy, and no one's in the wrong. You know, some people mostly quit as well, but it's understandable why as well. At the end of the day, trading is tough, but once you know what you're doing, then it's just you're following rules. It's just like you just approach it like a robot. I'm not speaking on emotions, not in that sense. I'm speaking in, you know, following rules. You come to the market, you draw your key levels, and you're like, okay, am I buying today, am I selling today, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Numbers eventually, you know, they don't matter anymore. They just appear as in numbers. You don't look at it as profits. You don't look at profits as in, oh yeah, I'm making this, but I'm gonna go buy this, now I'm gonna go buy this. No, you just think of it like, yeah, just numbers now. It's going up and down, and you know. But if you're unprofitable right now, guys, or even break even once, you know, give it a bit of time, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is price currently it's live right now. This you know, it was showing a potential for a sell again on Euro USD. Didn't take this trade. I was only trading GJ today. 90% I trade GJ anyway, guys, and this was on the most current trade would have been a loss, but this one would have been, you know, 1 to 7 and a 1 trade loss. It doesn't make a difference, guys. But the whole idea, what I'm trying to say, guys, and my whole message across is to pass Propfirm challenges and make them look very, very, I'm not gonna say easy, but just increase your win rate of passing Propfirm accounts. Strong risk management plan combined with, of course, good discipline, you know, strong discipline, psychology. I'm a strong believer of it. 10% psychology, 90% you know, it's your strategy. You know, it's because your strategy is only good as, you know, if you got a good strategy, that means you got a good edge, you know. But you need to have a good risk to reward you know, my plan as well, and not risk to reward, risk management plan. And then of course, you know, everything else, just let it all play together. You know, it's all in small percentages. Nothing is, you know, of course, like if you know, if something like, there's 3 things, right? 3 things: psychology, risk management, and your strategy. If any one of those are weak, like 1 out of 10, and the others are like 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, even that one is going to cripple, the leg is going to cripple, and you know, it's like a chair, right? A chair doesn't stand on 3 legs. It needs all 4. So that's what you need as well. Entries, exits, you know, the break and retest, and why I think is, you know, especially helpful for beginners too. It's just very basic. You just wait for price to break, come back down, and shoot back up. Price to break, come back up, and shoot back down, shoot back up, or, you know, whether you're buying or selling. Super simple, right? But there's SMC trading out there, other trading like crazy trendline trading, works for people. But I'm just saying the break and retest, especially if you're a beginner, perfect for you guys. If you're intermediate, if you're expert level, it's changed my life. It's you know, made me leave my 9 to 5. It's made me do, you know, the opportunity that's provided me over the years. It's you know, I'm just forever grateful. And yeah, but of course I had to work hard. Nothing came easy. And yeah, just never ever give up, guys. As long as you never give up, you know, eventually your time will come 100%. That being said, take care, and I'm out.